and changing those negatives into a positive. And I do believe without her and without this course, I wouldn't be where I am today, not only in my writing, but just where I am in general. I wouldn't have taken such big steps. Last week I talked about how I actually left my teaching job to pursue writing, and I do believe if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done that. I still would have been holding on to this fear. This course just helps you feel less overwhelmed and less alone in this big empty void. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Rhiannon Edwards, a young adult paranormal and fantasy author, and today I'm going to be talking all about the Publish and Thrive course for authors, which is opening this weekend, I believe. So I will be leaving all the links down below for you to check out, but let's talk about what it is, who the course is for, and what happens. So Publish and Thrive is run by Heart Breathings, which was created by Sarah Cannon, who is a very well-known indie author in the community. She does a lot for the community and she is absolutely amazing. So please do go and check out her channel. But I am talking about her Publish and Thrive course today. So you may already know that I've taken her HB90 course, which is a planning system, and many people can take that course. It don't have to be authors, but the Publish and Thrive is for authors. So the Publish and Thrive course is perfect if you are at the beginning of your author career, or if you've already got a couple of books out and you want to increase your knowledge and get some help and guidance, then this is also the course for you. It's not designed for people who are experts at publishing, and it's not designed for people who are really in the depths of their career and doing quite well. This is for those at the beginning of the career. Now, Sarah Cannon has been publishing for over a decade now, I believe, and she shares a lot about what she has learned, and she also has done an incredible amount of research to support her in delivering this course. So this course is broken down into 5 modules, and I will talk about those modules as well, just to see if it is the sort of thing that would be good for you. But this course is perfect because once you take the course once, you have lifetime access to it. So actually, this is the last time that she'll be running it how she is doing right now and at the price that she's running it at. It's still a 5-week course, but the next time she runs the course, which will be later this year, hopefully, she will have updated it. It's hopefully moving to a 6-week course, and there'll be more information and just loads more goodies in there, which if you're already part of the Publish and Thrive community, you will get access to that for free because you have lifetime access. People may stress about it being a 5-week course. You can take the course at any time. You can dip in and out as and when. There is a Facebook community that she invites you to be part of, which is gold. I say this about the HB90 Facebook community, and that's worth its weight in gold. I can also say the same about the Heart Breathings Publish and Thrive community. That is a brilliant community, and Sarah is in there a lot. She doesn't just abandon you, she's constantly in there. You know, we talk to her a lot, we ask questions, she's always there on hand, and as far as she is able, she will comment and respond. She's absolutely fantastic for that. And if nothing else, go and check out her channel and check out what she is, because you will be amazed by what you get from her and the community that she has created. It's such a positive and welcoming space, and I don't think I'd be where I am without those welcoming spaces. Now, I'm lucky I'm part of her HB90 Facebook group and the Publish and Thrive group, and I also take part in her Heart Breathings community group as well. So there's a lot of goodness spread across those 3 Facebook groups, and it's just such a good place to be. I've met a few good authors from there that I talk to a lot, and we work together on blurbs and critiques and ideas and plot holes, and that's fantastic. You will meet people in that group. It's a brilliant group to be a part of. So now that I have said how amazing this group is, let's go a little bit more into detail about the course. So I said it was lifetime access, and that is true. And at the end of each module, a week-long module, there is a Q&A, a live Q&A. But don't worry if you can't make it to that live Q&A, you can still submit questions. And even if you don't submit questions, you'll be quite surprised about how many questions have already been asked, because you get access to all the previous lives. Okay, so I just went to grab my iPad because this is the screen. And as you can see, I've got my HB90 bootcamp and then my Publish and Thrive. So the first module is all about sort of that, the basics, the fundamentals, and she calls it for gearing up for success. So in here, so this course is not about how to write, although Sarah does have a lot of videos on her Heart Breathings channel about helping you write the best book that you can. But in the first module, we're talking about the basics of like publishing strategy and editing, and looking at genre, cover art, all those sort of basics which may not seem like basics, but in terms of publishing they are. So we talk about getting the cover right, getting the back matter right, getting the blurb right, sorry, getting the editing right, and how we can do that. Talks about sort of a mailing list and a website and social media and all of those sort of ground things that I don't feel a lot of people think about. I know I certainly didn't. And she goes through that in a lot of detail. And then, so that's quite a good grounding module. So module 2 is about publishing your novel, which I suppose a lot of people think is sort of the main thing. So we look at, that's a lot of looking at metadata, your ideal reader, your SEO, so like your search engine optimization, your keywords, how to publish. She talks about going through publishing through things like Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. She just talked about that a little bit, and then also walks you through how to publish if you want to publish in places like Barnes and Noble and Google Play and all of that. She also talks about like third-party aggregators like Draft2Digital, which I do use. Actually, I use Draft2Digital, and so she talks about all of that as well, how to upload, the pros and cons, and everything else. Then we go to module 3, which is about running your writing business and treating it as a business, so becoming that entrepreneur. And I loved this module because honestly I had no clue. She talks about banking and taxes and sales and how to track things, and just, it was eye-opening, and it really changed my mindset from just being a writer and trying to publish books into becoming an entrepreneur and thinking about this becoming a business and that business mindset. I loved this module. It was so insightful. Some things weren't too relevant, so things about copyright and certain like creating your own publishing presses and stuff like that is very American central. I'm from the UK. She does give a lot of information for you and helps you find what you can out yourself, but it is very difficult. All countries are different. We don't have to submit our books for copyright and stuff like that, and also I can't set up my own publishing company without a lot of issues in the UK. I might go down the sole tradership route. Obviously that's quite detailed, and she goes into that as well. There's also a lot of people in the group who are from different parts of the world, so definitely reach out if you're not from the US and you think, oh, I need a little bit more support in this. Reach out. We've all been there. We're all still going through that together. So she also goes through like creating a business plan and just really heavy on changing your mindset about why you're becoming an author. And if you're choosing to indie publish, which you will be thinking about if you're thinking about taking this course, that's the mindset you have to be in. It is a business, and you take on all aspects of that business if you become an indie, if you self-publish. Module 4 is about marketing your books, and she makes it very clear that she's not here to tell you how to do certain ads, and there's plenty of courses out there that you can do and get better information, but what she does do is break down what different things you can do to look into more. And honestly, she says it's basic, but I found it quite in-depth, and it really helped me decide where I might want to start investigating marketing, because it's this big massive empty void that nobody knows anything about, or at least that's how I feel. And so she helps go through the different things that are available to you. She talks briefly about like the Amazon ads and Facebook ads, and then also different marketing strategies. She also talks about strategies versus tactics, which was really insightful. But this gives you such a good framework and such a good foundation of where to start and what to even think about, because it can be really overwhelming. And I think if I had to summarize anything, this course just helps you feel less overwhelmed and less alone in this big empty void. Then module 5 is about creating success that lasts and getting into that mindset that I spoke about earlier. Sarah's very good at making you feel like you've gone through some sort of therapy sessions when you've listened to her videos and been a part of her community for a while, and this did feel like that. It felt really sort of freeing and motivating, and how to sort of deal with criticism and deal with what you might perceive as a failure and all of that negative stuff, and how to put it into positive action. She goes through when you're having bad days and down days and less creative days. She has tips and ideas about how to still move forward towards your dreams and goals and changing those negatives into a positive. And I do believe without her and without this course, I wouldn't be where I am today, not only in my writing, but just where I am in general. I wouldn't have taken such big steps. Last week I talked about how I actually left my teaching job to pursue writing, and I do believe if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done that. I still would have been holding on to this fear. I would have just given up without her. And actually, I did a bit of a summary of what I achieved last year, which will be coming up in the next couple of videos after this. So stay tuned, subscribe and all that so you can see it come up. I talk about finance and income, and I realised what I had achieved. And I was like, oh my goodness, look at what I've actually done. And if it wasn't for Sarah Cannon making us sit down and do these blooming reviews all the time, I wouldn't have necessarily noticed. But because I'm being trained by Sarah Cannon to sort of wheedle out those negatives and turn them into positives, all I can see is the positives. So the last module is really, really good and really good for your soul. So take it, guys. There is a pre-course workbook. It is all about your ideal writing life. And boy, it takes you through the ringer. I mean, I think I cried while writing it. I think many of us did. It's quite an emotional thing because she really gets you to think about what you want out of your career. If you're at the beginning of your career, it's perfect. If you think, oh, I'm not publishing yet, I can't take this course, this is literally the right time to take this course to get those fundamentals in place. You could probably go out and research most of this for yourself, but I was really struggling. There's so much information out there. And as soon as I came across Sarah Cannon and followed her channel for a little bit, I became a lot more involved and secure in how I trusted her and perceived her. And then I took this course on, and it gathers up this overwhelming abundance of information. I absolutely love the course. It's a brilliant course. It is well worth the money. And she does do several options. She used to be able to do 2 payment plan options. I think she now does like a 6-monthly payment plan option. It's well worth it. If you're considering taking the HB90 course as well, then she does do a bundle where you can have $99 off. You can always message her if you've already taken the HB90 course, then you'll get $99 off this course. So I will leave all the links for you to go and find out a little bit more information. It is an affiliate link because it's something I am incredibly passionate about. So if you do click on it and purchase the course, I will receive a small commission. So thank you very much if you do. But please don't be afraid to ask any questions and write them down below, or message me over on Instagram, whatever you feel comfortable with, and we can talk more about this course. I hope I've covered everything, but please do put any questions down below and I will answer them, as I always endeavour to do anyway. Thank you very much for listening, guys. I have really enjoyed going back in time and talking about Publish and Thrive, and I would love to hear your successes as well. So comment down below any questions you have, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.